Hi guys, how are you all in this morning? Good morning. In this verse of Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra tells Raja Janaka, and through Raja Janaka, all of us living entities. Activity leads to attraction, and not doing action leads to aversion. A wise man is beyond this pair of opposites and these pairs of opposites. Like a child, he or she abides in the self. What does this mean? Activity towards one particular goal leads to attraction to that goal. Stopping that activity towards that goal leads to aversion to that goal. Aversion does not necessarily mean hatred, it means disinterest. A person who is a musician may not be interested in bodybuilding. A bodybuilder may not be interested in painting. A painter may not be interested in becoming a scientist. That does not mean that that person hates that profession. No. He or she is not interested in that profession. Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia, the well-known international flute player, flautist, belongs to a family of wrestlers. All his relatives, cousins, brothers, father, uncle, etc. were wrestlers who religiously followed a discipline to become bodybuilders and wrestlers. However, Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia developed an aversion to wrestling and he became a flautist and musician instead. There is another example. There was an international legendary tabla player called Allah Rakha. His son Zakir Hussain is also internationally famous. In his childhood, Zakir Hussain was very much interested in cricket. Allah Rakha told this boy, "You cannot sail on two boats. Whatever you choose and become the best in that. If you want to play cricket, become an international legend in cricket. But if you want to play tabla, become an international legend in tabla. You cannot do both together. If you do, you will succeed in neither. It is in very rare circumstances that a person can do both. But their genius is possessing that person. On an average, if a cricketer wants to be a cricket player, he or she has to focus in that. Here, Zakir Hussain chose to be a tabla player and became an international legend. This is, as they call in commerce, opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means if you have 10 rupees and you buy two apples, the opportunity cost says that you lost an opportunity to buy two oranges instead of apples. That is opportunity cost. Zakir Hussain sacrificed his talent for cricket, his passion for cricket to playing tabla. There are many such cases. There is a world famous wrestler called Hulk Hogan. Initially, this man was a musician and a pianist. He left that and became a wrestler instead. Just like Hari Prasad left wrestling and chose music, this was the other way around. There is another case where one world famous cricketer, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar of India, initially wanted to be a tennis player like John McEnroe. But ultimately, he decided to become a cricket player. That does not mean that he or she hates the other subject. No. Aversion means detachment to a particular job. However, a wise man is neither attached nor detached to anything because he or she knows that everything is temporary. Like a child, he or she abides in the self. There is an example. If you see children, if you observe them carefully, you will find that their attraction and aversion shifts in a very short moment. A child may be very much interested in playing with a toy. 1 minute later, it will run after a bottle of milk. 1 second later, it will go towards a piece of sweet. That is the distraction of a child. We call it as childishness. Actually, the baby is only curious. Curiosity makes you learn a lot of things. Never ever say, this fellow is like a child. No. Children are basically far more intelligent than the adults, far more innocent and pure and divine. You are lucky if you are able to retain your childishness because childishness does not mean brattishness. Brats are bad children. That is not required or acceptable. It is demonic. Innocent, pure-minded, guileless babies, if you look at them, they are people who are very, very curious. And because they are very curious, they are not attached or averse to anything. What they are attracted towards now, they may not be attracted a moment later. They will be attracted towards something else. A wise man knows this. Attraction and aversion for material objects is only temporary. After knowing this, the wise man becomes a child again, and he or she abides in his or her self. They don't want to get attracted to anything material outside in the universe. They are happy with themselves. Children, you will see, laugh, talk, or sing to themselves. They are not interested in what others are saying. They just do what they want to do because that makes them happy. So, be a wise man like a baby and abide in the self. Don't get too much attracted or distracted to material objects. That is not the way to self realization. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this subject. If you sincerely feel that I am talking sense, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Till we meet in my next video, it is good day from TSV Raghavan.